So we're going to get into 0% funding hacks, okay? This is how you gain access to the money, the moolah, the bling, and the ka-ching. This is unethical ways, or I should say should be unethical ways, in order to use other people's money in order to make money. My name is Ben Kofi, or aka Credit Kofi. I teach you in the United States of America how to gain access to the money, the moolah, the bling, and the ka-ching. I'm basically a loan broker who teaches or knows a thing or two about financial education in the credit space. So let's get it. So let me ask you a question. What if you could borrow money interest-free for a period of 2 years? 2 years, it's not a fantasy, okay? These products really exist out there, and I'm about to show you how. So 0% APR, normally found on credit cards. They're basically promotional periods where you can basically purchase things, items, invest in products, invest in businesses, do whatever you want with that money, and you don't have to pay anything back as far as interest is concerned over the course of 6 months, 12 months, even all the way up to 21 months on the personal side. Now in this video, we're going to moreover concentrate on the business side, but I'm going to go a little bit into the personal side and how many months you can get as far as interest-free credit periods as far as personal, but I'm not going to delve into that because this is all about business funding. Now the thing is, what's interesting about 0% interest credit as far as businesses are concerned is the fact that you can supercharge a business, and it's ideal for those individuals who are starting a business, because the thing with credit cards is they are the easiest product to get, especially if you haven't got revenue. So we're going to go over personal credit cards v business credit cards. Now there are tiny details but massive impacts, shall we say, on mixing your personal and your business. Now the main difference between personal and business credit cards: personal cards, you can basically get longer interest-free periods, anything all the way up to, from recent research in which I've done, 24 months, but usually it's around about 21 months. The thing is, with business interest-free credit cards, they're normally from 6 to 12 months. However, there are ways in which you can manipulate the system, which I'm going to get into in other videos, to extend those 0% interest periods. So why are we even talking about business credit cards? Business credit cards in America, okay, they basically, if you've got a business credit card, okay, let me put it as simplistic as this. If you've got a business credit card, you're basically creating separation from your personal credit and your business credit. And business credit, ultimately, long term, is where you want to be, because there are a ton more benefits there. You can gain access to more money, utilization isn't a thing, etc., etc. And also on top of that, with business credit cards, there are more tools which are applicable to your business. Now don't worry, stay until the end of this video, because I've done a ton of research on cards that you can use. I've done the research so you guys don't have to. So check this out. If you need up to 2 years of 0% interest, so that's nothing to pay as far as interest is concerned, what I've got for you, I'm going to give you a list of cards that you can use in the US of A. Let's get it. So up first, we've got the Wells Fargo Reflect card. Now up to 21 months, 0% APR on purchases and transfers, no annual fee. Now next up, we got the Chase Freedom Unlimited, 15 months of 0% interest plus cashback rewards and a $200 bonus. And US Bank joins the fray. So we got the US Bank Shield Visa, 18 billing cycles of interest-free credit, okay, with different types of perks like cell phone protection and statement credits. Now those are the cards on the personal side. Now we're going to get into some business credit cards that you guys can use. So business owners, this is where smart growth meets smart funding. This is how you're going to fuel your business. These are the secret weapons. Let's get it. So next up on the list, we got the Chase Ink Cash Unlimited, 12 months of 0% interest. Now, the Ink Business Cash rewards you in various different business categories. Also, the Ink Unlimited gives you a flat 1.5% cash back. Last but not least, we got the US Bank Business Platinum card, up to 18 billing cycles of 0% interest. You've got a business card that has a 0% interest period, but yet you've almost reached the end of that 0% interest period and you're a little bit worried. There are ways in which you can do a balance transfer to extend the 0% interest period so it goes on for longer, so you've basically got free cash to invest. Here's how. So basically, in essence, what balance transfers do is they transfer your balance, but not just that, you can transfer the balance to a new 0% interest card, okay, and that promo basically extends. So in essence, what you're doing is you're resetting the clock. Now, what you've got to do, you've got to be smart when you're doing this. You've got to make sure that that transfer fee, that 3 to 5% that I was talking about, the saving that you're making as far as the transfer is concerned to extend the 0% interest period outweighs the costs. Now, in this game, discipline wins, okay? You've got to track your deadlines, okay? You've got to keep up with automated payments. Otherwise, if you're playing this game and you're playing it wrong and you're not tracking your expenses and tracking the periods of when the 0% interest periods end, okay, you're basically going to end up in really, really deep water. We're going to go over how you can smartly navigate various different pitfalls when it comes to funding your business or using these business funding hacks, and how you can win by using strategy. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you some tips and tricks on the pitfalls and how you can avoid those pitfalls. So one thing that you want to watch out for is deferred interest traps on store cards especially, okay? So should go without saying, but you want reminders, whether it's a reminder on your phone or a reminder in your diary of when those promotional periods end, when those deadlines are meant to be met. Basically going past that threshold and having to pay interest on the money that you borrowed. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, this is 0 interest rate periods. It's a period of time, okay? And when you go over that threshold, they're coming for their money. Now, a lot of people don't realize this, but you can actually negotiate extensions. And it's just as simple as a polite call to your credit card issuer to get more time. So basically, you're in a position now, you're armed with information that you can go out and use strategically, okay? And you can use it strategically in order to fund your business in a savvy way. Remember, so now you're basically armed with strategy in order to go out there in order to get 0% interest credit cards. Entrepreneurs, please remember the easiest way to get funding, okay? People talk about no doc, people talk about MCA loans, they talk about this, they talk about SBA, etc., etc. The easiest way for you to get access to cash is credit cards, okay? They're basically the lowest hanging fruit. So now you're basically armed with strategy. You know how to go out there and get 0% interest credit cards. Now, obviously, you're going to need a good credit profile. I'm going to have videos coming up on the type of profile that you need, on the type of credit score that you need, but that's just a Google search away. Now, I give this information away for free. I would appreciate it if you could smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. So basically, information like this, free information like this, can basically spread out, get to the masses so they can get up on the game, because it's all about financial education. Each one, teach one. See you soon.